This is Griffin Kemp with ESPN Las Vegas. I am joined today by one of the fastest rising prospects in the UFC flyweight division. He is the 12th ranked 125 pounder in the UFC with a professional record of 14 wins, 2 losses. He'll be fighting this weekend at UFC 317 for International Fight Week. Uh, he's a name that is going to be blowing up in this corporation very, very shortly, especially with this upcoming performance. We have the one, the only Joshua the Fearless Van. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. I'm excited for International Fight Week, except for UFC 317. So, it's going to be a great week. And, to start off the interview, I want to ask, you've fought on the UFC Noche card at the Sphere. You just got done earlier this month fighting at UFC 316. So now UFC 317 International Fight Week. I imagine you're running around Vegas right now doing a bunch of media appearances and interviews. And I know you're from Houston, where you guys have some humid summers, but as you probably can tell, this Vegas heat hits a little different. Just tell me how you're staying hydrated during this week, running around everywhere, as busy as your schedule is, and just overall, how are you feeling going into this the second fight in 1 month for you in your career?
I feel great, man. I feel great. Like you say, stay hydrated because Vegas is dry as hell. You know what I mean? But yeah, we you know what I mean. We drinking water right here. I got my water right here and things like that. So yeah, we stay hydrated, and we just ready to go this Saturday.
Awesome, man. Yeah, good, good. This Vegas heat will sneak up on you when you least expect it. But I'm glad to hear that you feeling tip top for this fight on Saturday. So like we mentioned, this is your second fight in 1 month, man. You fought at UFC 316 back in Jersey, and now 317. You will be facing the number one contender in the flyweight division in Brandon Royval. With such a quick turnaround, kind of tell me where your focus has been preparing for this fight. I know it was probably a last minute setup. We had the pullout from the original fight with Royval. So tell me how it feels to be back in the octagon this quickly, and what was your focus preparing for this quick of a turnaround?
I feel good, man. I feel good. You know what I mean. Getting this opportunity to fight with the number one guys, you know what I mean, is amazing. Like I feel good, man. I feel great that this type of opportunity come to me and things like that. So come and Royval is great fighters and things like that. So come fight day, you know what I mean. We just gonna find out who's the better man.
Love to hear it. Yeah, I mean, you have the number one contender in Brandon Royval. He's a taller guy for the division. He's a pressure fighter. He comes at you. He's got great striking. Was there anything specific about Royval that you and your camp focused on when you guys were training, getting ready for this week? And what do you think makes Royval such a dangerous opponent?
I think it's just his pressure. You know what I mean. The striking is not like we never seen before. You know what I mean. So I think it's just the pressure that he bring and things like that. So, but I'm a pressure fighter too. You know what I mean. So that's what make it exciting. And like I said, man, me and my team, we prepare for whatever he bring. If you go to the ground, beat him there. If he stays standing, beat him there. But the thing is, I'm gonna have to go in the cage and figure him out. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what you see on TV, and what really happened in the cage is completely different and things like that. So I'm just gonna have to go in there and trying to find my timings and what I mean, my opening and things like that.
Once again, we are here with the fearless Joshua Van. He'll be fighting this weekend at UFC 317 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Be sure to buy the pay-per-view. Don't miss exciting cards of the year going down this Saturday night. So you were talking about the striking of Brandon Royval, and he is definitely one of the better strikers in the UFC. Period. But then there's you, 23-year-old phenom, a pressure fighter, like you said yourself. And I've doing the research interview, all I can hear and all I've seen and all I've read is just how much of a beast Joshua Van is, how fast Joshua Van's feet or hands are, how great of a striker he is, how big of a dog he is. So, you get so much praise, and I think it's very well deserved, especially with what you've done so far in the UFC, what you've done so far in your career. And again, just 23 years old. You even have your opponent on Saturday night, Brandon Royval, giving you compliments, calling you one of the most exciting prospects in the company. While you're on this rise, and I know, and again, last year you were at the speed, this year you're fighting at 316 and 317 in the same month. It might seem like the accomplishments and the rise are all happening so fast, with everyone giving you the praise as you well deserve. So, hearing all the praise, how do you kind of balance that from not, not drinking your own Kool-Aid much, but at the same time recognizing the work you've done and giving yourself the acknowledgement that, yeah, I've done this and I put myself in this position.
Yeah, I learned that a long time ago, man. When I first lost in the UFC, you know what I mean. I tend to get big head when people give me a compliment and things like that. So now, I stay in my lane, man. I don't get on too many social medias and things like that. Because I do get big head when I read things like that. So you know what I mean. So and I got my coaches that stay beside me. Uh, you know what I mean, keep me in my lane and things like that. So no, I'm grateful to have people like that around me.
Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you got a good camp behind you, man. Definitely a good basis for rocket sky high in career like the one you're is turning into right now. Um, so I want to go and focus on another fight in that card later in the night, the co-main event between the flyweight champion Alexandria Pantoja and Kai Kara France. They will be fighting for the title in the co-main event at 317. You've said that a victory yourself Saturday night, you definitely feel like a title shot is next for you. Um, when it comes to Saturday night at T-Mobile, when you get done with your fight, are you going to be sticking around? Are you going to be watching that co-main event between Pantoja and France?
Yeah, you know what I mean. If the UFC let me, yes, but I don't really worry about watching their fight. But I want to do the face off after their fight and things like that. So
Oh, so you want to get in the cage? So
I
you want
want
to get
to.
in the cage with the winner and have a possible face-off moment?
Yes, yes, that's what I want.
That I can't think of a better way to get the hype built, especially if a win, especially if you get it done Saturday night and the winner of the co-main. It's definitely something the flyweight division could definitely use. Alexander Pantoja is one of the best fighters in the company, but the flyweight division, I feel like, flies a little too under the radar.
Yeah.
And I believe guys like you are definitely making a name for yourselves and making a name for this division. So I will close you out with this one, Joshua. And once again, Joshua, the fearless fan, joins ESPN Las Vegas. Be sure to catch him and the rest of the 317 card going down this Saturday for International Fight Week, one of the best cards of the year. Do not miss it. So we recently saw the, some people's argument. John Jones, he retired from the heavyweight division. Concludes a very long and obviously very successful career. The GOAT debate is something that a lot of people hate when they see it on ESPN. It's one that people love to do when they're, at the barbershops and barbecues, hanging with the boys. When it comes to the GOAT debate, you like getting into those kind of conversations, whether it's just casual speak, casual talk, sports talk with friends, or during interviews. Do you buy into that term, the GOAT, and do you believe John Jones is the GOAT, or do you have somebody else in mind?
John Jones is the GOAT, man. Nobody ever beat him. And the thing that he done in the UFC is like, you know what I mean. He done it all. You know what I mean. So I think with his retirement, he deserve it. You know what I mean. Let the man retire in peace. You know what I mean. So he done it all, man. He's the greatest of all time, for sure.
Absolutely. Uh, final thought here. If we get a win Saturday night, UFC 317 against again the number one contender, we gonna take a little bit of time off after the next fight, or are we just gonna jump right in 2 weeks after, maybe get into a fight night card as well? What kind of rest are you expecting to? Are you gonna take a nice little layoff after this one if you get the job done?
Well, it's gonna depend on the champ, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna depend on the champ after this win. So whatever he say goes. So by the, you know what I mean. If you want to fight in October, November, December, we'll be ready.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Joshua, again, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We know the schedule this week is hectic, crazy for you. But we here at ESPN Las Vegas wish you all the luck on Saturday night. Thank you again. And once again, this is the fearless Joshua Van joining ESPN Las Vegas. He'll be fighting this week, Saturday night, UFC 317 at the T-Mobile Arena. Do not miss this card. Do not miss this fighter. Do not miss these fights. It's going to be a night to remember. Joshua, thank you again, man.
Thank you.